Hi guys, this is Hirosaki. This story is all about what if Naruto was in Teen Titans. Naruto runs from Konoha as he tried to escape a past he wishes to forget. When he uses everything he has, he gets sent through space and time, and finds himself in Jump City. How will the Titans handle him? Can Naruto finally move on in life? Welcome aboard! Chapter 12, Naruto brings fire. Naruto smiled, content as he had just ate 5 bowls of cereal for his breakfast, nearly downing half a gallon of milk to eat it all to finally get some energy and food from his wild night in Gotham. He went to see their loot room, the room where they store their newly gathered shit to go around. Jinx and Shago were currently talking about where to put their new 6-foot-wide 5-foot-tall plasma screen TV to rearrange the living quarters to accommodate. Mammoth was carrying some medial gear to the room down the hall, which was free to use as their medical ward, nearly perfect since it had lots of room. Gizmo wiring some shit together already so Mammoth didn't have to make multiple trips. He did wonder though where Catwoman was. Cheshire burst in, panting in exhaustion. Bad news. Mr. Freeze took Catwoman and froze her. I nearly got away before 4 more cold villains and a group of weird people tried to stop me. Everyone halted, and Cheshire froze. Naruto turned, releasing a good amount of killing intent as he growled. Excuse me? Did I hear you right? Right? Freeze and those Konoha losers are about to kill a fellow thief? Cheshire nodded a little, and Naruto stomped to his room. Alright, that's the last straw. They want to provoke me? They got me provoked. They looked as he dished out in KitsuneX uniform and walked to the living quarters. He turned. Don't even think about leaving this room. I can't guarantee your safety if I use my crazier moves. As he left, Jinx shivered. Yeah. Gizmo, you made sure to reinforce every single scrap of this base in case of his heavy techniques, right? Gizmo paled. I didn't think he could get that scary. No way I prepared for this since I thought he would be a little more laid back. That cheater and those flunkies, they're as good as dead now. And I do not feel sorry for them. Shago finally started to breath from her forced inhale and holding it in from that scare, and looked to Jinx. Okay, fill me in on this, how strong can he be? How badly will he destroy these guys? Jinx turned to her, serious and paler than usual. Back during the Hive Academy days when he was known as Kitsune, he generated a tornado made out of fucking lightning that, we later found out, nearly made the base explode from the force and tension it had created on all its supports and generators. Gizmo, the tape. Gizmo put up a small screen from his backpack and showed her his recording. And she paled as well. That? It's like Superman and the Flash just worked together to create that shit. Jinx nodded. That was around 10% of his power, he said. One time I was dating this weird dude with power over the wind, but much less than Naruto. He could only pull off gusts. The guy broke my heart, and Naruto did something to him. I have no idea, but it was so bad he couldn't use his powers anymore and he was unable to walk. Mammoth gulped. I saw what he did. Naruto strung him on a stretching torture table and cut into him multiple times and bending fingers back and forth, and ripping hair from his arms, legs, and chest however little slowly and harshly, and burning him with fire and freezing him with ice, and to end it he summoned a demon that pulled the powers right out of the dude. And then, he broke every bone from toes to hips, every last bone. Jinx would have nearly vomited from the scene in her head, but then again that bastard broke her heart in an attempt to get with a friend of hers, he deserved it. She turned to Shago. Yeah. Combine what we told you, crank it up 50 times, and that is going to be what he does to everyone who pissed him off. Shago nodded. Alright then. Shall we head to the most fortified position in the base? And everyone nodded in sync and said in sync one word. Let's. With the Titans. Robin shrugged off the last feeling of cold he had on him. Now, he and Batgirl faxed Freeze so many times, cold to them was nothing, but like hell it wouldn't affect them to be frozen. Beast Boy was quite curious. Dudes, What the hell happened? Starfire was rubbing her arms to stay warm. I do not have the slightest clue, friend Beast Boy. The KitsuneX was really powerful. Robin went to the computer and pulled up the file again. I should have listened to that guy. KitsuneX is way dangerous, he seemed to be pretty irritated. Batgirl turned to him. Irritated? My ass, that shit was hell. He looked to be pretty damn mad. Wait, what is this information? Robin looked to Batgirl. I thought you may not have this information. There's a guy who is from the same dimension KitsuneX is in, told me a good deal about him. See, KitsuneX is hell with power, he's only been using his fists and a special technique that teleports him using kunai though, meaning he doesn't want to use that power he has. Static frowned. Seriously, he generated lightning, fire, water, and earth. I'm just glad he didn't try wind. Robin pulled up the video file, and Static's mouth was wide open. That shit ain't right. You're telling me he's able to pull that shit off, and we weren't prepared? Robin sighed heavily. We knew. Like I said though, he hasn't tried anything like that with us ever since he first put on the X alias. Turns out he'll be tough this time. Good thing I had this feeling. And called in backup. Batgirl looked confused. Backup? Who the fuck do you think can help with this shit? I might as well call in Supergirl. Robin grinned. I already called in a super. And just as he said that, the door opened and everyone turned. Robin smiled. Ah, there they are. At the door were two guys. One was a guy who was wearing normal blue jeans and a black t-shirt with the Superman shield on the front, and he himself looked like a younger Superman. Yo Robin, sorry I'm late. You sounded overwhelmed on the phone. Anyway, I can help you be whelmed? The other guy was a dark-skinned man with a tight red shirt and tight black pants, and black tattoo-like lines going down his arm like a snake, and a pack on his back with two sticks that looked like weapon handled on the back, and his hands and feet looked webbed and his neck had gills. The man smiled. Nice to see you again, Robin. I see you got in touch with your inner leader, as I predicted. Robin stepped up and between the new people who entered and his team. Connor, Calder. Been a while. Let me introduce everyone. Titans, these are two of my former teammates. Meet Superboy and the first Aqualad. Guys, this is my new team. Starfire went up, smiling as she was happy to meet more of Robin's friends. Hello, friends of Robin. It is marvelous to meet you. The rest of them came up and Robin smiled. Guys, this is Starfire. He pointed to each consecutively as he mentioned them. Raven, Beast Boy, Cyborg, and Static. Batgirl is just visiting, but I guess this is the first time you've seen her. Superboy chuckled. Seems pretty steady. Glad to meet you all, I'm Superboy, and not to be confused with Superman. I'm my own hero. Calder nodded. It is most delightful to meet the team Robin is leading with great skill. I am glad to be here today. Starfire went to Superboy. I only know of Superman. Please, tell me, what can you do as a hero? Superboy shrugged. I can't do most of what the big guy can. I can leap tall buildings in a single bound, but can't fly. I am really strong and fast as well, but nothing near the big man. What I lack in actual power. I make up for in skill, thanks to training with Robin, Calder, and Black Canary. Beast Boy looked to Calder. So, I met the other Aqualad. What makes you guys so different? Calder smiled and put his hand out, and Beast Boy took it, and he started feeling a slight tingle and sent Calder producing electricity. Static blinked. That doesn't seem to be water-based, and that is more like my power. Calder chuckled. No, it is not basic electricity. See, I am able to generate my own body's electrical power and use it against my opponents like a taser, but it has another function. I am able to generate it through my body and into these handles. He took the handles from his pack, the tattoos glowing blue as he pulled them out, and water formed from the handles and created 2 maces. To create any weapon I desire. Calder shown what he meant, forming different shapes and sizes of swords, maces, axes, and even a shield. He then put it all back. Raven whistled. Not bad. But something is a little strange. I may not know Superman, but I don't think he has a magical aura. They all looked at her in confusion. Superboy blinked before scoffing. What are you talking about? What aura? Robin looked at Raven. You sense a magical aura around him? What do you mean? Raven nodded, she sighed. Superboy has an aura about him, something like psychic powers. Superboy thought about it, and realized what she meant. Oh. Yeah, a tactile telekinetic field. I know. Miss Martian told me about it when she and I were still dating. Robin looked to him in confusion. We're still? Meaning you're not with her anymore? Superboy shook his head. She told me that it could never work, her being from a different planet and all. I didn't care what planet she was from, but she just went off. She's ignored me ever since. Calder put a hand on Superboy's shoulder, and then turned to everyone. We got the distress by Robin, so what's the trouble? Robin nodded, giving Cyborg a little tap. Fill them in. Static, a little word? As the Titans went to sea with Calder and Superboy, Static and Robin went out into the hallway. Static looked at Robin with a puzzled look. Alright man, what's up? Something's eating at you. Robin nodded, sighing. Part of me is emotionally distressed, having someone I used to love, and still do, here now. It made me start reverting to my old self. And my memories and those feelings don't mix well. Otherwise, I would have been much more cautious with KitsuneX. I'm sorry I let you and Star get caught in that. Static smiled, walking up to Robin and putting a hand on his shoulder. Listen, if anything, you gave us a wake-up call. I'll make sure to be more careful next time. Though I wouldn't worry about Batgirl. I was planning on having a talk with her later, something I should have done on the way here. I knew you'd be a little out of it from her. Robin smiled and nodded. Thanks. By the way, Calder isn't using electromagnetism or anything you have, he is using bioelectrical power as a water sorcery skill he learned in order to use his powers. So, let's go make sure everything is set 4-BZZT. They ran into the room and seen the city turning ice blue, and turning into ice completely, and that got Robin going. Titans. Move. Get out and into the air. Go go go. Calder was shocked. Freeze is doing this? Alright, let's go. Everyone gone out and Starfire carried Cyborg, Raven carried Calder, Static carried off Robin, and Beast Boy turned into a pterodactyl and got Batgirl going, while Superboy refused to be carried and just jumped off the building and into the air. They made good time, as just when they left, the tower got hit, the water surrounding the city freezing and then freezing the tower cold. Superboy landed on the shore on the far side, as everyone landed with him. Robin cursed. Freeze, cold, icicle senior and junior, and frost. They turned jump into the North Pole. Damn it! Titans, let's get a plan here. Superboy came up. I say we rush in and find them, then break their jaws. Static turned to them. Whoa, hold on. How did they do this though? How could they turn the entire city into Ice City? Cyborg tapped into his systems and tried to figure out what it might be and groaned. Interference from the cold. Can't tell you, but I have a single guess. Freeze is a genius, right? He could have built a machine. Robin slapped his face. If it was a snake, he tried this in Gotham a few times, we always stopped him before he froze the entire city. But this time he took us by surprise. Superboy focused hard, trying to see further into the city, and hummed. They're not alone. Seems they're moving around a bit, but they also have some kind of group with them. They don't seem to be the type to hang with ice villains. Raven sensed into the city, and gasped. Multiple energy signatures, similar to KitsuneX. Wait, didn't that guy tell us that there were more that came with him and KitsuneX? This can't be good. Calder crossed his arms. That doesn't seem well. From what you told us, KitsuneX is dangerous, more like him? That does not bode well. Still, we have to save the city, and fast. Beast Boy cracked his knuckles. Alright, enough of this. Guys, I don't know about you, but if we don't hurry everyone will die. Robin shook his head. Not entirely. See, freeze usually cryogenic ally freezes people. They're frozen, but preserved. Still, we do have to hurry. We still need a plan. Calder nodded. I say we go in and find out what is going on first and foremost. Without a solid situation report, we can't even acknowledge what will happen. Starfire flew up a little and looked. Why would they do this? Batgirl pulled her back down. Listen, this is what they do. Robin, Batman, me, we've been fighting this for years. We'll continue to fight it. Right now, we get going. The longer we wait here, the longer they have to get everything ready to freeze more of the world. Robin nodded, and got in front. Titans. Move out, we don't let a single second go to waste. Go! With that, they began their flight back into the city. Little did they know, what they would find, would be hell on earth. With Freeze and the Konoha ninja. Kakashi hummed. I'm a little worried, having this girl frozen as a hostage won't bring any bad news, right? Niji sighed. I don't know. She was with a girl, who was she? Freeze came up to that. The girl was called Cheshire. She is part of a team, and the leader of said team was the guy you saw me with. Everyone froze at that. Ino looked pale. You're telling me we just kidnapped and froze someone Naruto knows and befriended? Oh no. No. Not good. Kakashi put hands on Ino and Temari from jumping at Catwoman. Hold it you two. I don't like this any more than you do, but we have to make damn sure to stay calm. We try it and Naruto will have no reason to hold back against us. Sasuke scoffed. Like holding back would make a difference. I can kill the loser with a hand tied behind my back. That got Temari pissed and tried to grab him but Sakura blocked. Don't even try, bitch. Sasuke is the strongest in the world. He can beat Naruto with both hands behind him. Hinata slapped Sakura to the ground and growled. Naruto burned the village. Sure, no one died, but that was him at one tail. Imagine all 9. And Sage Mode. He will kill us. I say we let this girl go and hide, because Naruto will kill everyone in an attempt to stop this. Freeze walked off, a little nervous about this now, how they think Naruto would be that strong. No way he is like Superman in strength level. He didn't seem like so when I was with him. Temari was pissed and scared. You have any idea how the fuck shit will go down, Dut? Pissing Naruto off and asking him to fight us is like saying, hey, you just instigated your own murder, come on down. And that's just how he'll begin. Hinata walked off, turning on her Byakugan and making sure Naruto wasn't already on them. Niji came up to her. You worried? Or are you going to sit this one out? Niji knew Hinata enough to know that she wouldn't fight Naruto, only help him. He knew deep down Hinata wanted to crush the ice villains, save the city, and help Naruto defeat Sasuke and then try to be with him. Hell, she would join the Titans somehow and help save the city just for Naruto's sake, maybe even have a way to always see him, seeing as he was the Titans' enemy now. Hinata was focused. Sitting it out. I won't do anything, and let Naruto beat those whores, the ice villains, and that bastard of an Uchiha into the ground and save the city, and then, I will talk to him. And hope beyond hope he will accept me somehow. Neji nodded, and smiled sadly. I may fight him. And try to bring him back. But I do understand, and I wish you the best. Hinata nodded. And sighed. His turning the village into ash was the scariest part of his leaving. Neji shivered and remembered it. Yeah. I didn't think he could do that. How long has he been holding back that power? Flashback, Konoha still intact. Naruto was furious. No, actually, Naruto was pissed right the fuck off. He just had seen his bitch of a girlfriend, Temari, go against his back again. Hell, he was still a virgin. Not one girl he was with said anything about this shit. Sakura would berate him every time he woke up with a morning heart on the hell. That was natural, and gone behind his back multiple times. Ino would kick his ass just for staring at her ass every time she decided to tease him. Fuck the hell up. I mean, who teases a guy to make him horny and then try to kill them, and them Temari? Temari was a little better about it. She wouldn't hurt him, slap him, try to kill him for anything like that, though she did want things to go slow. Next thing he knows, she fucked Shikamaru. Then after fixing what little remained of their relationship, she did it again. That was the final fucking straw. Now, he had just gotten back from a hellish A-rank mission, seeing as he was an ANBU captain now, and was currently going to report in. That was when the proverbial domino effect finally toppled the last domino in the line, and over the cliff. He came into the office and put the scroll on the table, and Tsunade sighed. Alright Gaki, let it out. What happened? Naruto had his back to her, trying to get out so he could vent his frustrations in the ANBU training grounds, Training Ground 44, the Forest of Death. He stood still, unmoving, breathing calmly. Let's just say I got my memories back, and shit happened with Temari. You didn't know, did you? Me and her have dated. And she cheated on me twice. Well, I think I should go now, Hokage-sama, and not lock it all in, so I don't burst when I am needed. Just as he got to the door, he had opened it to see Danzo standing there and frowning at the boy. I was just about to have Tsunade call for you. You are needed by the council, your requests have finally come to the table. Yeah. His requests were simple. He gains all Namake's property, and, as said in the will from his father, to gain the scroll of sealing as his personal property. The money he was supposed to get from the Uzumaki fortune that was fused with the Namake's account would be split in two, half going to help the village in its shinobi educations, and building what needs rebuilt or whatnot, and the other half going to him. He followed with Tsunade and Son. They were hearing a massive clusterfuck. Hamaru stood. Your request for the Namake's properties is denied, for they are not for you, but the heir of the Namake's. Naruto nearly blew right then and there. He was in Namake's. Tsunade did blood tests, piss tests, even semen samples, hell even arguments on the looks since he was practically a damn clone of his father in the first place. And who the fuck heard of an Uzumaki without red hair? Papers on the marriage, more blood tests to see about Kushina, and he passed everything the council ever wanted. Every single thing was a checkmark, not an X. Hell, he hated X's anyway. There were 3 of them he would rather kill than speak to again. Naruto shrugged. Well, as much as I wanted the great house, as long as I get some kind of actual decent place to live in, I don't mind that. Hamura glared at him a little. Denied, you pay like everyone else. The scroll of sealing which was to be left to the Namake's heir, you will not get. Because again, you are not the Namake's heir. Now, first, Naruto thought if he had to pay, sure, but right now, there was a room full of people who should pay at this point. He let out a bit of ki and glared back at the council. Say again? Who isn't? I passed every single test. My blood, the paperwork, the agonizingly difficult SS rank only meant for the Hokage-type missions, the massive bloodbath I created in IWA after their attempt to assassinate you all in the first place, and you say I am not? I have the strength, the blood, the legal documentations, and you will steal away my birthright? Give me one good reason not to murder you all right now. Danzo stood. We are the council and you obey us. As for the money and huge sum of which that you requested, it will all go into the village funds, and for your threats against us we will freeze your assets and have your chakra sealed. We will not have the Kyuubi acting up. You are our weapon to do what we wish. Tsunade pulled on Naruto's arm as he tried stepping to the council and Naruto growled. My own godmother wants to stop me from bringing justice to these assholes? Funny. Tsunade, it would be much funnier watching you eat corn on the cob without any fucking teeth. Now unhand me. Tsunade pulled Naruto to her. Listen here, you need to calm the fuck down. Down. You are still my subordinate. Naruto ripped himself from her hold and calmed down, then chuckled darkly. The day I was made into nothing more than an ant, the day my family name, my birthrights, my family fortune, taken from me, the day I realize how many goddamn whores are in this world, is the day I quit. Sorry, but if you cared for me at all you would have done something about this. Law is for those who think they are God, and they should be dead, to name a few. Naruto threw 5 kunai at 5 people in the room and suddenly blood spurted from all 5. Danzo, Hamura, Koharu, Haruno, and some random merchant that almost killed him with 5 gallons of rat poison when he was still 5. Now, seeing all this, the merchant guild council members all ran for it, and the ninja started on the attack. Bad. Fucking. Move. Shikaku got his ass slammed through the back wall from a powerful kick. Chozo was smacked in the head so hard he flew through 5 desks before rolling down unconscious. Hayashi was thrown out the window and Rasengan-ed to the street from that level without a cushion, and he was still inside the room. He grabbed the Inuzuka woman by the hair and slammed her head to the ground face first on all 4s before kicking her ass, his foot slamming into her ovaries even, and making her fly into Yugao, and then slashed into the rest of the ANBU troop before he turned to Tsunade and roared. Tsunade was scared shitless as he turned, emanating a 4-tail Kyuubi cloak as he spoke and yelled. See how fucking easy that was? See how powerful I am. It's because I had to be in order to be named the Namikaze heir. I Hiroshined those 5 assholes who screwed me. Now they are no more. I still can't be my father's son even after the shit you did. And you say accept it. Fuck that. He went to the window as a 5th tail appeared. This place is done for. I won't kill no one, but this place, Konoha, is gonna burn for what they did to me all these years. If anyone tried to fuck with me as I burn it to the ground, they will be thrown into 5 different walls before they fly into the air and all the way to fucking Kyumo. And if you even try to send anyone after me, I swear to God, I will make their lives so much hell they wish I killed them in this fire. I will get mine. A pound of flesh for every single second these assholes fucked with me. He then jumped into the village and vanished into the fray, and in a single second, she witnessed the village combusted into flames from nowhere, explosions, fireballs. The heat itself made her seat out very drop of water she had since she was a baby up to now. Ninja flying in different directions. She could only imagine what he did to the ones who were his friends. Shikamaru saw Naruto running at him as the village was on fire and yelled. Naruto! Hurry, we're under attack. By me. Shikamaru shat himself and was suddenly forced through all the walls, even the outside ones, as a Rasengan went into his stomach and he passed out from the pain alone. Lee was running through the village and tried to use his fast techniques to blow out the fire, when he saw Naruto dropping in on him and blacked out from having Naruto crush him under the weight of a harsh futon jutsu. Ino was forced through hell, as Naruto stripped her naked, rammed a burning piece of wood into her pussy and slammed a horrifying Rasengan into her stomach and left her hanging on a burning building. Kakashi seen Naruto coming after that stunt with Lee, and was about to catch him, but Naruto rammed a Chidori into his shoulder and dragged him through 5 buildings before ripping his mask off and punching him brutally till Kakashi was passed out in the hot springs. Niji was suddenly buried under the ground with his head above it and kicked by Naruto repeatedly till he passed out, brutal, and quick, and didn't see that Hinata was unharmed, but Naruto had given her a kunai, his father's kunai, with a note saying goodbye. Sakura and Sasuke got it worst, really. The devil in hell even winced at what happened to those two. Sakura was stung up like Ino, stabbed into by 2 long blades in her ovaries and 5 kunai in her womb, and a fiery-nailed baseball bat rammed into her ass and had a mouth covered in gasoline before the fire hit her lips, but also cut along her body all over and was hit by lightning that kept harming her but not killing her. Sasuke had a damn fucking barbed wire steel tube shoved up his ass and snakes crawling up them into his fucking rectum, 2 chidoris rammed into his stomach and lung, and his penis and balls cut the fuck off before having them stuffed in his mouth and then having a Rasengan forced into his eye socket so his Sharingan wouldn't activate for a month. He knew though that Sakura and even Ino would be healed by Tsunade, and Sakura, and he thought Ino too, would in turn, definitely, heal Sasuke back to 100% no doubt, but he had to get his few little tortures in. Shoji, Kiba, Tenten, and the rest of his friends in Konoha were jutsu hit into the ground, the air or knocked the fuck out, and after it was all said and done, he broke into the Hokage tower and stole his birthright, and left in a hurry, leaving the village in flames as he went to the Valley of the End, to wait for Tsunade's response to his request to be left alone. End flashback. Ino was shaking and trying to figure out how to get out of this alive. We're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we are so royally fucked. Kakashi had a slight shiver. I do feel impending doom about to come on us. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. With Naruto. Naruto wasn't 5 steps from the HUH base before shit went to ice, and he was on ice for about 1 second before he burst into 2-tail form, his cape turning into 2 tails, and burst the ice off. He brushed the shards from his shoulder and turned, making 5 clones. Keep this place warm and able to breathe. I will go handle the ice maker who thought this up. The clones got to using fire jutsu and he walked through the streets, cracking his knuckles. Time for KitsuneX to show why you never get on his bad side. Kyuubi grinned as he saw the ideas in Naruto's head. That's it, Kit, tear them limb from limb. Don't leave anything for that bastard medic team to ever try to heal, make them suffer, burn, whatever, just kill them, ha 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 ha. Now, Naruto didn't think this possible, but apparently, those ice villains wanted to make sure no one got to them so quick, so used to people barging in, they worked up a plan, and hell was this one. Naruto was in a 4-way street, and was surrounded by ice sculptures, that moved and had sharp weapons for hands. Naruto scoffed, his tail showing 4 tails and a red aura around him. You obviously do not know who you are fucking with. The ice monsters charged him, and that was when shit got real. He threw a kunai into the air as hard as he could and then proceeded to rip the monsters to dust. He kicked the head off one, shoved a Rasengan into another, twisting and making a third slice 5 others in a single swing before throwing it with a Rasengan in the stomach, making it break and the others behind it shatter as well, and opened his Rinneganai, blasting 10 others into the air and dead. He then used Hiraishin to the kunai in the air and breathed in. Take this. Tailed Beast Bomb. Naruto fired off a roaring red blast into the center of the mass, and killed every single one of them and even 4 buildings to nothing. Thankfully Naruto seen no one was in them, since this was an abandoned part of town. He landed and started walking again. Did not know what they were fucking with. All make Gotham Chronicles 2, Meet the New Kid. It was dark in Gotham, night had just fallen, and Batman suited up like normal. Barbara was in jump for a whole day, and Bruce had to explain to the commissioner how his girl was at his house to play with Dick whilst he worked, being it a Saturday and all. Truth be told, he kind of wondered about something. What was with the red aura and the cloak turning into a tail when Naruto went and beat the living hell out of the villains the other night, that didn't fit right with him? He would have to keep checks on that to see what it all means. He also had to see Dick after a while. It's been a good year now since they last spoke, and when they last spoke, Dick gave him a right hook to the jaw. He was out doing some investigating on the Black Mask's newest little project, parking his car and going in the warehouse to see what a snitch he knew could tell him. Little to nothing, but it was better than being completely listless. He came out after his talk and seen the Batmobile was taken apart, all 4 wheels gone, a few parts here and there, muffler on the ground, and just as he was about to go look for clues, a little boy with a wrench got up from under the car and put it behind him. Batman came up to him. Do you know who I am, boy? The boy nodded furiously. Batman narrowed his eyes. Do your parents know you do this to others? The boy looked down, saddened, and Batman saw the look of a lonely boy without a parent's care. It has been so long since he last saw that look. Since Dick. Since himself. Batman put a hand on the boy's shoulder, kneeling down in front of him. What is your name, and how would you like to be adopted under my care? The boy brightened up, in shock and surprise as well as disbelief. After a while and the Batman smiling at the boy smiled back. Jason. Jason Todd. And it would be an honor, sir. Would you really adopt me? Batman nodded and stood. First thing is first though. I need my car fixed, think you can handle that? The boy grinned and got back to work, this time fixing the car instead of breaking it apart. Batman looked at the boy as he worked. And looked in the direction of Jump City, deep in thought. I can't make this boy the new Robin. Unless Dick gives back the mantle. I'll have to see him tomorrow and tell him he has to give it back to me. Hopefully he doesn't take it too hard. Chapter 13, Naruto gives them hell. The Titans halted as they seen, from the outskirts, a huge blast suddenly level 4 huge buildings. Raven was shaking. That's impossible. That's demonic, even greater than should be possible. They themselves were just entering the city. Superboy turned to Robin. Yo, Rob, tell me something. What do you have us against? Robin shook his head, wondering what the hell that was. I have no clue, that doesn't seem natural, and nothing I have seen before. Raven was paler than usual, shaking harder. That's impossible, the rage, the menacingly evil demonic rage this being is generating is impossible. It's a low S-class demon energy, but its power is B-class right now. What's going on here? They were obviously talking about Naruto, or KitsuneX actually right now, but they did not know it yet. Suddenly, ice sculptures started forming and coming at them with weaponry. Robin growled. Titans, attack! Robin threw a birdarang and it exploded 3 of the group of ice monsters before running in to fight hand-to-hand. Starfire flew into the air and started throwing starbolts all over the place to crush them quickly. Raven was using her magic to pull them into each other and crush them into shards, whilst Cyborg bashed into them and fired his sonic cannon at them every break from punching he took. Beast Boy turned into a triceratops and just trampled them through. Batgirl ran to one and rammed her shoulder into it, making it fall down before jumping high and slamming a heel into its head before twisting, throwing a rope around one and using her foot to take the wire to the ground, making the one it wrapped up down as well. Superboy roared as he just smashed into them one by one, throwing one into a group of 3 and running to the next one. It was a cold battle, and Aqualad created 2 mace weapons from his handles with water and started just bashing into the creatures, jumping over them and breaking them into the ground. Static was in the air and picking some up and smashing them into others in the group. Superboy was getting pissed off and called out. Everyone, get off the ground when I say go. Robin turned to him, Superboy nodded and jumped into the air. Robin grinned. Titans, do as he says. He grabbed his pole and extended in, pole vaulting himself into the air as Superboy started to descend. Superboy screamed in rage as he was getting close to the ground. Jump! Jump now! Everyone ignored the next attack and jumped up off the ground and Superboy hit hard, creating a seismic event that flattened the ice creatures to rubble. Everyone landed again and Beast Boy was stoked. BB went to him in excitement. Dude, that was awesome. How did you manage to focus that thing? Superboy smiled. I trained with the best. Any more around? Robin looked into the city, ready for more. No doubt. I'm calling in some faster reinforcements. He grabbed his communicator and switched frequencies. Superboy looked at him and smiled. Ah, I see. He should be here in 5 minutes if you call right now. You sure though? This ice would make him unable to stop. Robin hesitated, but dialed. I'm sure. We'll need him here. He should be with Donna, right? Wonder how she's doing. Batgirl came to Robin in slight confusion. Hold up. Who you calling? Donna? Who is that? And how can anyone get here in 5 minutes from anywhere without permission while suiting up unless they're a speedster? Robin smirked. One is a speedster. Kid Flash and Wonder Girl is with him last I checked. Batgirl blinked a little before nodding and getting back. Robin saw KF come on the communicator. Hey KF, how's it shaking? Doing well, I hope. Hey, is WG with you? KF grinned. Oh, hey Rob, yeah, I'm alright. Donna's around town somewhere, I was cleaning up a robbery. So, whatcha need? Robin nodded. That's good to hear, listen. We got trouble here. We're up against the Ice 5. They just came to Jump City and froze the place. Think you can give us a hand and bring Wonder Girl with you? KF hummed and thought. Well, that sounds a bit big. But sure, why not? Why not? I'll be there in 3. See ya then. He hung up before Robin could tell their location in the city. KF only knew it was Jump City. Oh well. Robin put it away and looked to everyone. He'll find us. Let's move out everyone. Just then, they heard gunfire. Now that was strange, everyone should be frozen. The group came up upon a strange sight. Jack and Kanan were unfrozen and firing their custom pistols at the ice monsters, back to back as they did so. Kanan reloaded and jabbed an elbow into Jack's rib and Jack turned, grabbing her and throwing her into one. That caught everyone off guard, until Kanan slammed feet first into one and made it fall, and slammed both knees into its head before getting one foot on the ground, being on one knee now, and turning, taking out a monster coming behind Jack. Jack popped of 3 rounds to the knee of one and made it fall to a knee before kicking the other leg from under it and grabbing what he could to throw it into the ground and into pieces. Then he reloaded and looked to see the newcomers. Jack sighed in relief. Little help here you kids? Robin snapped out of it and rushed in. Titans, go! Static grabbed Robin and helped him get in the middle of the group before charging his next attack. Superboy bulldozed into a big group behind Kanan to help her out, making damn sure not to get in her way. Starfire bullied through a few before flying up and zapping a few with her eye bolts and going down, crashing into a good few more. The Titans mopped them up in no time flat, and no more came in to ambush them. Robin went to Jack. Officer Marley, Officer Kate Kanan's public name after she gone into protection services. Jack counted his fingers and Kanan produced 2 cigarettes. Jack took one and lit it up. Hey kids. Got anything to say about this mess? Mess? Batgirl stepped forward. One of Gotham's Rouges came here, brought his 4 ice villain friends with him, and we couldn't stop them in time. How are you not frozen? Kanan looked to the frozen squad car near them, with 2 broken doors. Turns out, being inside a room of some sort blocks you from total freezing. There should be a good half of the city's citizens unfrozen, at least. Robin hummed. This must be a new machine he is trying. Okay then. Starfire, Static, Raven, you go help evacuations, we'll handle the monsters and getting to Freeze and his team. Robin picked them for good reason. Raven's magic would help heat things up a little, but also teleport others out of the city. Static and Starfire could help free ice blocks or unfreeze people and windows or cars to help those trapped or frozen to safety. It was a decent plan, but he knew he was weakening the final strike by doing this. He just hoped something would help them get an edge with this when the time came. With Naruto, Rasengan, Chidori, Tailed Beast Bomb. Naruto huffed at the pile of ash all around him, 7 tails of chakra flowing behind him, his cape ripped to shreds. Fuck this. I killed 1,000 in an hour, and they still keep coming. What the fuck is going on? Ugh. Suddenly he seen something moving at him, and fast, and slammed into him and forced him into a wall. Naruto growled and grabbed the rouge speeding object and noticed it to be a young man, red hair, in a yellow suit. He groaned. Great, another thing I can't kill. What the hell is the big idea ramming me at 70 miles per hour? Better yet, how the fuck can you run that fast? You don't look like the Flash to me. KF groaned and stepped back. Name's Kid Flash, his partner. Sorry, was coming from Central, heard Robin was in trouble. Who are you, his teammate? Naruto chuckled lightly. Not quite, you could say me and him have our differences, but as of right now, me and him should be considering a truce. No doubt the Titans are moving about somewhere, but I hope they don't get in my way. KF nodded. All right. So, where's Robin? Need to get to him fast. I didn't ask his general location in the city before I hung up and ran over. Naruto hummed and thought. Best location would be wherever there was fighting, but that would mean his location, and Robin wasn't there so he didn't know. Sorry, no idea. Try looking for him near the big frozen tower in the shape of a T, okay? Best bet to start. Suddenly a young woman flew down. She was wearing a red t-shirt that stopped above her toned stomach, a golden W with 3 lines wrapping around the top rim, and red pants that stopped just below the knees, a lasso at her hip. Naruto was impressed. Is it me, or is this place in heroines like my world and Kunoichi? I mean really, a Kunoichi's requirement is unspoken but truly for them to be at the very least, cute, same for these girl heroes? Damn, she has a nice rack. Naruto, focus. Wonder Girl looked at Naruto and put her hand out. Hey, Wonder Girl, you? Naruto shrugged and pointed to his mask. KitsuneX. KF turned to Wonder Girl. Come on, he said best bet was at the T-Tower. Let's go. KF ran off and Wonder Girl nodded at Naruto and flew off. Naruto blinked. I have a feeling I'll be seeing them again, real soon and real often. He turned and started down the warpath again, growling. Take my eyes of them, one fucking second. Guess Sasuke needs his balls cut off a second time, maybe I'll just Chidori it, nah, too easy, a Rasen Shuriken up the ass? Nah. What to do to Sakura? He turned and saw, more. Monsters. Fuck this. Okay then. Freeze wants to regrow these things to halt me? He obviously hasn't talked to the Konoha fuckers. They should know, hell, Ino and Kakashi for sure, whoever else is here or whatnot should. Tailed Beast Bomb. The focused attack destroyed the oncoming attack and he walked through the wreckage, taking his time, planning it out, because he knew they knew very well, every second they kept a fellow thief and a new friend under ice to lure him out, he would destroy them, worse for every second. He was saving frozen people left and right as he passed through the town and an eight-tail appeared behind him. He grinned. I won't let them even think about fleeing. They try anything, I will ditch the suit and just turn into you and let you rape their asses. No killing though, okay? If anything, I want them to suffer slowly for years before I utterly make them die the most humiliating, painful, and excruciating way possible. Kyuubi laughed loudly, booming in Naruto's mind before calming down enough to speak. I'll respect that wish, but somehow I feel sorry for them. Only a little, maybe 0.0000000000000000001%, but still, what you are thinking is massively insane. Naruto grinned at that, feral grinning inside his mask. Oh? Would you have it any other way? Kyuubi just chuckled darkly, and that was a no if Naruto ever heard one from the fox. Just then, more monsters appeared and Naruto growled. Fucking ice, fight ice with fire. Tailed Beast Bomb. He destroyed them right off and walked further ahead. Okay, regretting giving Freeze any protections. Hell, I used Jutsu to help divert those titans to help him, why was Catwoman with him again? Did she think he would be captured and Batman would be sent to easily escape? Ugh. Oh great. In front of him, the titans fell from the sky. Robin glared at Naruto. Why are you here, and what have you done? Naruto looked at Robin, then groaned. I have no fucking time for this. Listen, all I did was help Freeze survive, period. I told him, specifically, that if he trash jump, I would be on him like stink on shit, and I am, as of an hour ago, in the process of collecting his cold butt and processing it to the sharp spikes of ice he created. Robin hummed in thought, then saw the tails behind him and was slightly taken back. You helped make this happen. I guess we can use your help to stop it. But question, why are there spectral tails behind you? Naruto looked behind him and then to Batgirl. You didn't tell him yet? About my tails, seriously. Okay, listen, and listen good, I have a demon sealed within my body, and I can access its power. It is called the Kyubi no Kitsune, and very powerful. I use 2 tails to destroy the shitheads in Gotham. Batgirl nodded, turning to Robin. It's true, although his cape just rolled up into 2 tails, but the red aura was there. Robin was looking in slight disbelief, and remembered what Raven said. Okay then. KitsuneX, you are helping us divert this crisis. KF came rushing in and uncovered his eyes. I still can't believe this guy is one of your rouges. Hey, not nice tricking me, you damn fox. Naruto chuckled. Well, at least you can have some fun, unlike Chuckles over here. Sorry, I never told you I was with them, I just said the truth, we have our differences. By the way, Chuckles, tell me, you know who was with the ice villains, right? Robin nodded. Same people from your dimension, right? Raven felt their energies. What are they doing here? Naruto pointed to himself. To take me back to the cesspool of a village I burnt whilst leaving when they tried to imprison me for no fucking reason. Seriously, I was the son of a great man that they all respected, and yet they try to kill me, by all intents and purposes, just because I suggested I want my inheritance. That's so bad? I help them, I serve them most my life, and they decide to use me as a scapegoat. Fuck that shit. After the bullshit I went through, you would say fuck it too. Robin growled. You killed people, just because they didn't let you have your inheritance? That's just evil. Naruto walked up to him face to face. First off, you have no idea how my world worked. We were shinobi by the age of 13, killing for money in the military by choice, before we could think about what morals we learned. In my world, death was everywhere. Secondly, all I did was burn the fucking village to the ground. I didn't kill anyone when I torched it, even if I killed 5 of the fuckers who denied me. Thirdly, you even think about putting any evil shit on my name, I will show you just what kind of fucking shit I had to go through. Robin was just about to retort, glaring in anger, when Naruto punched him. Don't even think about telling me what I did was wrong. You don't know me. You don't know what my life had been like. My life was so fucked up it would make the Joker look sane. Starfire roared in anger at Naruto, who caught her throat and pulled her close. Don't get overprotective. He's a fighter, damn it, but like hell will I be lectured by a naive fucker who doesn't know anything. He threw Starfire back and grew his 9th tail. Now listen up. You can either face me, lose, and I save the city alone and probably kill the fuckers who are helping the ice guys, or we can call a fucking truce and the ice villains go down, and I make sure the fuckers from my world are destroyed. Not killed but destroyed, as in beaten to a bloody pulp and left to rot before healing and coming back for more. Robin got up, and glaring harshly at Naruto, then settled down. Fine. For now, we work together. But listen well, you even think about betraying us and not keeping your word about that. I will destroy you in the same manner you are talking about. Naruto growled. After the bullshit that happened to me, I don't betray anyone. But you can't even fathom the destructive destroying I will commit upon them. No way you can even come close to destroying me in the same manner, but I understand you. With that, Naruto gestured Robin ahead and Robin started leading the team. Naruto noticed new people though. Okay, so who's the Superman knockoff and Mr. Fish Hands? Superboy came up to him and scowled. I'm no Superman knockoff. I'm Superboy, and like hell Army and the Big Blue are the same. And this is Aqualad, so you can shut it, and keep moving. Naruto glared at him, then shrugged and started walking. Whatever. Now, Chuckles, tell me, where do you think they're held up? Robin turned to him, crossing his arms. You're kidding me, right? Raven is off saving the people stuck in this mess, and even then, she can't sense their location until we're closer to them anyway. How about you? You should know your old friends. Naruto glared at him, advancing on him, and Batgirl stepped between them. Hold it. Listen, stop bickering about this. KitsuneX, just ride the flow, Robin, I need to chat with you. Batgirl reared Robin away from everyone before sighing. Listen. KitsuneX is powerful. I know you're skilled, trust me, but he took Batman down. Besides, that massive blast, it was probably him, so bad idea getting on his bad side, he seems pissed already. Let's just go along with it and hope we find a shot. Robin looked to Batgirl, just looking in thought, before sighing heavily and nodding. Sure. I don't like it, but better to bring in some help with this. Still, I wish we could end this and save the rest of the people in the city. They got back to the team, but that was shortly the easiest part of the next 5 minutes. Suddenly, large sculptures appeared from the sky and landed around them. Calder groaned. Not good. Killer Frost is trying to destroy us this time. She'll be getting more difficult monsters from now on. Naruto stepped forward of them. She wants more difficult, she'll need about 1 trillion times tougher opponent for me. Rasengan. 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 Tailed Beast Bomb. Like he said, he put 3 Rasengans into one each and blasted a whole horde after them with a horrifying blast that shook the earth. The team were now scared shitless. Naruto turned to them. Just a reminder, to never piss me the fuck off. You can be serious, you can fight me, you can arrest me even, I wouldn't give a fuck and just go with the flow, but you piss me off, hurt my friends, try to kill them, or disregard my warnings when I only just met you, you better believe I'll get my pound of flesh in return. I'm coming for you, Freeze. And your 4 friends too. Not to mention you bitches from Konoha. Do you fucking hear me? I am coming for you. Oh, they heard him. With the Konoha ninja and the Frost 5. Frost cursed, seeing as her brilliant defenses were being torn apart like they were nothing. She started creating bigger, stronger, denser ice monsters. Who the hell thinks it's a good idea to fuck with my monsters? I'll show them. Kakashi chuckled. If Naruto is taking them out, I suggest stopping right now. Nothing you can make will even dent his stamina. Just let him come for us, it'll be Phi-Do, you fucking hear me? I am coming for you. Kakashi was a statue himself, then the sweat dropped and got up. Ino heard it as well, and was tugging at her hair. So dead, so dead, so dead, so fucking dead, so royally dead, we'll be chunks, no atoms, no weight, single-celled amoebas, oh who cares, we'll be nothing, absolutely nothing, we're so dead, we should just make our coffins right now. Temari was shaking a little. I seen him at 4 Tails before when taking out a mansion of Rain Ninja, and that was scary, but this is 9 Tails, and what he did to Konoha when I finally got there, that was nuts, no way we're going to live tonight. Hinata was passive, but paler than usual. Naruto's really pissed. I only seen him this pissed once, and it nearly killed father. Oh, she remembered that night. Hayashi put a seal on Naruto's forehead one night, and attempted to control the boy to submit him under Hyuga rule, and that pissed Naruto right the fuck off. He broke the seal, and Hyuga tried to forever seal his chakra coils, but that just pissed him off more. He destroyed the Hyuga mansion, leaving everyone alive, and left completely intact. Although, Naruto had cut Hayashi's eyes out and destroyed them before smashing Hayashi through concrete walls and bleeding to where he had to take him to Tsunade to heal. Hinata wished her father didn't take another Hyuga's eyes in order to get back at Naruto. Neji also knew that day, and tried to forget it, else he has nightmares all his life. Hell, he even saw Naruto castrate the members of the Council of Hyuga and make them eat dirt until they puked blood. They nearly died, but Tsunade healed them. It was pretty crazy. Sasuke and Sakura were, well, ignoring everything until the time came for them to fight. Doing nothing, and just getting angry Naruto was making them wait. Lee was pissing his pants in fear, hoping Naruto would forgive them somehow. Kakashi was looking at the frozen Catwoman and was sweating profusely. He remembered what Naruto did to him, and he knew why. Him being smashed around like that was because he had abandoned him. Flashback, 5 months before Naruto torched the village. Kakashi and Naruto were sneaking around IWA for any information regarding them being hostile to Konoha's forces in Kiri. Kiri and Konoha had since been friends and kept in touch, sharing forces from time to time. Kakashi told Naruto to go to the border and Kakashi would meet him in Kiri in 3 days, and Kakashi, after about a day, went to Kumo in order to figure when they would mobilize against Suna. It was about 4 days in Kumo before he saw Naruto come back, bloody, broken, and rasping breaths. Kakashi was shocked and went to him. "Naruto, what happened to you? How did this happen? Shut your mouth or I will rip your head through your ass and use your spine to castrate you and blow your Sharingan eye into nothing. You left me for dead in IWA. Give me one reason not to kill you right now, you traitorous piece of shit." The next 5 days, Kakashi was watching his nuts. Kakashi was distracted by girls in hot springs, abandoned him in Kumo, fucked Tsunami back in Nami no Kuni, Wave Country, whilst Naruto was visiting Tazuna and Inari and had forced Naruto to leave that night. End flashback. Yeah, Naruto took it in stride that day, and he should have killed Kakashi, or at least do worse than bash his head in, but he didn't, and the only reason was Kakashi had taught him a lot more jutsu and saved his life the month after, saving Naruto from dying by Iwa's forces who sent after Naruto, and Naruto was still in recovery after Sakura almost killed him by severing his spine at the base and put him into a coma for even attempting to punch Sasuke, who tried to kill Naruto with his Sharingan Eyes Amaterasu. He was thinking of trying to thaw Catwoman and take her somewhere else and then return and beg Naruto for forgiveness. True, he thought he and the team could subdue a well-mannered and cool-headed Naruto, but a piss the fuck off, nine-tailed powered Naruto who could rip this planet apart in a second? Kakashi knew better than that. He sighed and sat down. He had to make sure he had something to keep Naruto off his ass. Otherwise, he was dead instantly. He looked to Catwoman again, and thought to talk. Hell, it would help calm his nerves. "Hey, sorry we froze you, but we're just trying to get a friend back. Don't take it personally, and I want you to know as soon as everything is fine and we have this friend of ours, you are free to steal once more." With Naruto and the Titans. Robin was calculating his chances on taking Naruto down. Not good. He would seek out Naruto and his civvies, because that was the Naruto he actually knew on a friendly level, and get more training to take the costumed man in front of him down. Naruto felt the glaring eyes upon him and turned. "Yo, Chuckles, as much as I enjoy the fact you wanna beat me someday, I think you should focus on the task at hand, beating the ice villains." Robin narrowed his eyes and looked forward. "I'm multitasking. I'm thinking I know a good place for them to try and set up shop." Cyborg came in on that. "Wait, you figured it out? Come on then, spill the beans Robin, we need to hurry this up or my circuits will freeze up." Robin activated the communicator and pulled up a map. "If I'm right, a good place to start looking would be near Star Labs. Has all the gear to pull a citywide anything in a matter of minutes." Naruto knew that place in and out, it had the perfect top point and security of the city in its wake. He bet they were there. He started towards it when a new bigger monster appeared in the street. It looked like a big fucking diamond with how dense it was. "Well, this one is pretty big and tall." It smashed a fist down on Naruto, hard, and everyone who had jumped back looked to see the damage done, and paled. Naruto was alright, and the fist and arm that almost hit him was dust. Naruto put a hand up. "Time for a little show of power. Want to fuck with me? Fine, but better know you are fucking with the devil, because I will burn you to nothing." The ice creature suddenly lurched at him and then a bubble formed around from what everyone saw, and it burst the creature into nothing but legs, which Naruto stared at, and it suddenly burst into black flames until it all was gone, and then the black flames vanished. Naruto turned to them. Heavenly Pull, Heavenly Push and Amaterasu. Learn them well, because you piss me off they come out on you instead. He turned back and did a few hand seals before slamming his palms into the ground, and suddenly many creatures flew off into the city, a two-headed dog, a boar, bull, a weird pelican with a drill beak, and more. They will find out if Star Labs is where it's at, or wherever they may be. With that he gestured Robin forward. Robin looked to the team and they were scared shitless, so was he. Naruto has so much power behind him, and yet he was still only a thief and wasn't trying to kill anyone. He had to respect Naruto just a bit about that, having so much power and not using it for anything truly evil. He stood up and nodded. Fine. Let's rest whilst you search. Titans, take a break. Batgirl, BB, KF, Superboy, Calder and Cyborg just nodded in silence, wondering what they were walking with as Naruto just stood there, tails flaring behind him, growling in anger. It was gonna be hell on earth in a few minutes. With Raven, Static, Starfire, Wonder Girl, Azarath, Metrian, Zenthos. Raven had energy wrap around an ice monster and threw it into 3 more before breaking them on a wall. There's no end to them. Wonder Girl punched 2 into each other and then kicked a third up into the air before flying into the air and slamming it down and against 5 more. I wonder how the rest are doing, seeing as this is happening to us. Static melted 2 more around the block before lifting his glasses. They're fine, I got faith in Rob. Didn't think he'd call in Wonder Girl. Yo, Star, you saved the last one? Starfire unfroze the last frozen guy on the street and let him go to safety. She turned. Yes, I have unfrozen the last on the street. Friend Static, what do we do now? Starfire blasted 5 of the monsters as she got back to the group. Static took the last one with a zap and melt before they all got close. Robin and the rest are probably on their way to where the villains are held up. I say we go and find them first. Wonder Girl nodded. I agree. Robin told me you'd need help, but I didn't think it was this bad. How many more need to be saved? Raven sensed around a bit. A fair few. He said they weren't in danger of their lives, but I doubt things would go so smoothly. There are monsters all over the place. Static scoffed. Well, we gotta do something. What's the plan then? Anyone got a clue where they may be? Raven shrugged. Sorry, my sensing abilities are being blocked. They must have dealt with psychics before. Either that or I am out of their range. Wonder Girl crossed her arms. I say we go in search of them anyway. Raven, you know the general direction Robin was going? Raven nodded. We were heading towards the center of town. I say we'll take the outskirts then if you are suggesting them. Wonder Girl nodded, smiling. All right then. Titans, move out. They all flew up and started their aerial search, hoping to find some kind of clue to finding the ice villains, and found a big and weird bird flying around. Raven blinked a few times before suggesting what it was. KitsuneX possibly, same energy as him, beasts he commands maybe? They just flew off, hoping not to disturb it. It looked powerful, and Raven felt it was too. Chapter 14, Naruto scares the devil in hell, to hell. Hinata was keeping a lookout, easily wanting to make sure everything was okay. She wanted to go help the people on ice, but after an hour of this starting she noticed others doing it, so she would keep an eye out for Naruto. She was doing another check in the air, thinking she wouldn't see him there. He was more of a let it out on whatever he finds near him kind of pissed off. But she found a chakra source up there and seen it was a large bird, and gasped, realizing what bird it was the bird of pain. She turned to everyone. He's found us. Seems he is using the Rinnegan he took from Madara. Looks like he's done warming up on the ice monsters. Kakashi turned to everyone. That means we'll need a distraction to help weaken him. You ice villains think he's not up to your powers? Combine your powers and face him, and find out for yourself. Frost blinked a bit, and thinking of how she has had many of her beautiful statues of ice broken, even the concentrated ones, she only had one option. Go into battle herself, so who was she to refuse freezing the one to fight against her? I say it's a great plan. Time to make this asshole pay. Kakashi turned to Killer Frost. If you actually manage to defeat him, make sure he is still alive. Otherwise, you won't be. Freeze nodded. He helped me survive, so I must say I will allow him to live through our encounter. But know this, if we have to, we'll put him under a cold spell. Freeze and his lame cold jokes, always a test of patience. Icicle Sr. grinned. I got an idea. We all combine our powers to create a golem of immense structure, one that cannot be destroyed or melted. We will have to generate a cold array of great magnitude, but with all 5 of us, it will be like making an ice cream cake. Junior was grinning ear to ear. That should be no problem with all of us here. Me and Frosty will bring up the thing's look, and then we all power it up. Nothing will stand against it. Frost grinned evilly and popped her knuckles, getting ready. Alright, let's get this stiff glass of ice ready for beating this oh-so-powerful guy. We shall not let him down by letting even one weakness be exposed. With that, the 5 villains started to create the giant ice golem and Ino paled. We're doomed. He'll just wipe that thing out and use its broken pieces to skewer us into meat. We're dead. Oh, how I wish I could beg for forgiveness now, but like hell he will listen to me. Hell, he practically made me incapable of feeling pleasure ever again. Kakashi waved her off. Calm yourself, this is a general plan. They will slow him down so we can think at the very least. Besides, it isn't like he'll murder us right off. He used to be the big man, able to get answered from anyone in interrogation. He knows how to torture. You think he did bad back in Konoha? The only ones who got it worse were Sasuke and Sakura. He can get much worse. So, we have to hit him, and hit him hard, otherwise it's a repeat. Hinata had a plan of action ready. She knew everything Naruto could do and then some. She knew how he can do what and when, and would be able to predict it, and that would work in her plan. She had been thinking of ways to talk to Naruto before turning Catwoman over to him, and had only one perfect way of doing so. She walked up to Neji. Hope you don't get too beaten up. Have fun fighting him. Kakashi turned to her as he seen her go back into the building. He figured she needed a bathroom break or something. Then the ground started to shake and the group looked to see the golem done and starting to walk. It was huge. Kakashi's sweat dropped. Well, hopefully Naruto takes it easy on them. They won't last 5 minutes with that thing. Shall we? Lee nodded and grabbed the containment unit holding Catwoman and dragged it back into the labs. They would release her when Naruto arrived. Unknown to them, Hinata had a different plan. Kakashi, Lee, Neji, Sasuke, Temari, Sakura, and Ino all waited on the top of the building for Naruto, knowing that after his warm-up, they were next. They would have to hit him with everything they got the first strike. So, they planned. With the Titans and Naruto. Hey, you think he's a little bit too powerful? Batgirl has snuck up on Robin, and Robin hummed in thought as he looked to Naruto. Truth be told, he had a file on KitsuneX, thanks to Naruto of course, that suggested the idea she asked about true. He turned to Superboy. You told me you gained a little more of your Kryptonian powers, right? Well, can you explain a bit? All I know is KitsuneX is very strong. I do not know how strong, but after seeing it tonight, I am ready to rethink strategies in case things go wrong. Superboy nodded. I agree on the planning, but my powers aren't very many right now. As you know, I can jump high, run faster than normal humans, multiple visions, super hearing, super strength, and invulnerability. I actually just gained, before arriving, super breath, but it won't do much good against him, especially since it's already icy out here. KF smirked. Hey, with the amount of power we got, I doubt anything he can do will be nothing. Apparently, he didn't get the memo. Oh right, he was too fast getting here to let Robin finish his sentences. Calder frowned. I would not be so sure. Robin showed us a tape of his power he had. Turns out he is able to control the wind and lightning generates off him if he wishes it. Cyborg sighed heavily. Yo, I appreciate the planning, but one thing I don't understand. He is cool-headed normally. Back in the Hive Academy I was infiltrating, he was a decent guy to hang with, and not nuts. Nuts. He only gets pissed when something happens to him personally or his friends. Anyone tries that shit, then he will grow a pair and give them nothing but trouble. BB huffed. Come on, this can't be the same guy you knew back then. He's ripping these ice things apart, and what he did to Robin and Star, I wouldn't be surprised he is as strong as Superman. Not to mention he has a demon inside him. You have no idea. Raven, Static, Starfire, and Wonder Girl flew in, and apparently right on time for Naruto to start moving to them. Found them. On top of Star Labs, like the kid said. I recalled my beasts, so now would be a good chance to go in and destroy those guys. No doubt they saw it and are preparing for my arrival. Get up. Oh, and Raven, you sensed it, allow me to tell you which one. QB no Kitsune. The nine-tailed demon fox. Read it up later, you'll be surprised. Move out. Robin stood and looked to the rest of the team. You guys find anything? Wonder Girl shook her head. We rescued everyone, but didn't find them, but when we started looking for the outskirts, we saw something big. Ice golem, big and dense. Static grabbed a ball of some kind and static electricity generated off it before it stopped and Static sighed. Sorry, was running low. That should hold me for a bit. Yeah, it looks like the entire group of ice characters are moving in on you. Naruto looked up as a shadow was descending on them. Don't bother. It's here. Chuckles, got a plan for this? Robin was wide-eyed at the size. He turned serious and ready in a second. Yeah, it's called winging it. Titans, go. Cyborg, Raven, Starfire and Beast Boy knew the drill, dodge and attack whatever is vulnerable until Robin saw a way to beat it. Sadly, no one else did. Frost laughed as she was on the head of the monstrosity. Well, this is new. We only heard about 5 heroes in this town. Who knew the whole gang would be back together? Oh well, means more revenge for us. Right, Senior? Icicle Senior laughed as he was on the right shoulder. So right you are. Too bad the arrows aren't here. Oh well, guess we'll crush them soon enough. The golem's foot rose and dropped towards Naruto. Naruto growled. Bigger and badder, huh? Too bad, that won't help you at all. Here's what I can do the second you try anything against me. The foot, then, crushed Naruto under it. Everyone stopped as they seen him crushed under the foot, and Freeze laughed harshly. The cold feet of our power will crush you all, for it is time for forever winter. Be afraid, for this is just the start of the icy calling of your doom. Send these heroes to the cooler. I knew those ninja were just playing with our minds. Apparently they were. The foot of the golem was suddenly blown to bits, Naruto intact as he had both his swords in his hands. Naruto rose into the air as he seen the foot return to normal. Allow me to introduce myself. KitsuneX, the nine-tailed Doombringer, the demon of the leaves, the 1X that was forced upon me. You shall feel the wrath of my power. Naruto rushed in, a powerful wind covering his arms and blades as he thrust one into the chest of the golem. Drilling blade. He punctured a huge hole within the golem and was inside as it regenerated and froze him at its heart. Icicle Jr. shivered, and not from the cold. Guys, I think this is a bad place to be. Robin turned to Calder. Let's go. Just attack, find a weakness, we'll handle the plan for it when we know more. Go go go. Robin threw 10 explosive pellets at the foot and jumped out of the way as it came to kick him back. Superboy roared as he jumped up and slammed his fists into the thing's knee, making a dent, but the thing regenerated quick and froze his arms and legs. He ripped his arms out of it and started just trying to smash into it. Starfire fired starbolts into its hips, but flew up and around as the arm of it tried to smash her down. She grunted as the wind of the thing passing made her spiral off a bit before regaining herself. Raven aimed her powers, thinking of augmenting Superboy's punches by drilling into the cracks he made with her powers, although it only regenerated colder than ever. Beast Boy turned into a T-Rex and tried biting into it, but only got stuck, turning back and finding himself stuck like a tongue to a coal pole. Hey, Hoos, I can't move. I ain't stuck. Calder climbed up the kicking leg, activating his handles and generating a heating wave through his body. He splashed hot water on the leg and Beast Boy's teeth, which melted it for a second, and Beast Boy ripped from it before jumping off and turning into a hummingbird and flying off. Calder slammed the handle into the leg and focused his bioelectrical current into it, blasting the knee off and him falling. Wonder Girl caught him and threw him up to the chest area. She flew under the thing and grabbed the broken leg as the thing regenerated a new one, and roared, slamming the broken ice leg and kicking the monster down, breaking the new leg as well. The golem caught itself on the buildings and got back up ready, and static was coming up, generating the last of his strength as he charged a ball of electricity in his hands. Here comes the boom, boys. Let's see if I can't shut the power of your ice machine down. He rushed in and slammed the blasting ball of electricity into the chest, trying to free Naruto, and it blasted a hole into the thing, but not deep enough to get Naruto out. The ice golem slammed its hands on the ground and Robin looked shocked to see the entire place spiking with icicles. Titans, up up up. Starfire gasped seeing Robin without a way out and flew down, grabbing him and flying up at top speed, Calder using the last of his water to jettison his way into the air before the water turned to ice. Cyborg, who had been blasting the thing with his cannon, was lifted up thanks to Beast Boy grabbing him in pterodactyl form. Kid Flash was running around the thing to find any way up, but found nothing, and then the icicles hit, and he rushed up a building and jumped into the air. Wonder Girl caught him and flew him around. Everyone landed after the fishers were gone, and Static huffed, out of juice. I only brought one along for this fight. Damn, I should have brought 3. Batgirl was currently up the thing though, taking the sneaky route. She jumped onto the shoulders and seen Captain Cold. She rushed in and kicked his legs from under him and took his gun, throwing it away and rushing in for Icicle Jr. Bad mistake it seemed, because he turned on her, grinning, and formed his arm into a spiked ice club and swung at her. Suddenly the golem was shaking, making Icicle Jr. stop his assault, and everyone look around. Suddenly the chest burst open and Naruto was roaring with power, the tails thrashing around and crushing the regenerating chest into nothing as his power grew. Naruto flew up, through the thing's head and grabbed Frost by the throat. You think I can be held by this sack of cold shit? I went through worse against Itachi fucking Uchiha and his partner Kasame Hashigaki. Take this you bitch. Naruto slammed her into her golem and slammed a knee into her gut, a Rasengan grounding into her shoulder, disabling her as he stomped on her stomach harder, making her puke her lunch before he picked her up and slammed her head against his, making her dizzy. He put her face near his, and opened the eyes lid, making his Sharingan eye visible to her. Suddenly her world turned red, a black moon above her, and around her was raging fires. She grunted as a flare-up was in front of her. She huffed. What is this? Where am I? Who are you? You can't scare me. I face the Justice League. Naruto appeared in front of her. Oh? The Justice League? Please, they can't fathom the hell I can conjure with a thought. This is my world, the world I create. I am saving the bulk of this power for those idiots you allied with, those guys who are probably with Catwoman. Tell me, what did you hear about me from them? Frost cursed, sweating profusely from the raging fires around her. They said all kinds of bullshit, how you are so tough, destroyed a village, nearly killed them, how they will die today. Yada yada, no way you'll fry me. Take this. She shot her arms out, hoping to freeze him and the fire, but she couldn't conjure anything from her hands. She looked shocked. No way. Why can't I freeze you? This can't be. Naruto huffed. I told you, this is my world. I control everything here. Matter, life, death, time, everything you see, touch, hear, smell, and taste. And I say no fucking I see in my world. You will burn up and die from heat, be revived, and scorched to death again, and repeat the cycle over and over, for 24 hours. Good luck, bitch. She was suddenly blasted in fire, screaming as she was turning black from scorched skin and burned clothing on her, slowly turning into coal for the fire for an hour straight and then dying from it. She was suddenly turned back, revived and full of life, and it started again. It went on for a full 24 hours in that world, as Naruto performed Tsukiyomi, and it was only a second in the real world. She suddenly screamed and blacked out before Naruto got up, throwing her over the side and rose a hand up. You ice fuckers should get away now. Now. He started to generate a huge Rasengan above him, what looked to be about 50 feet diameter all around. The ice villains jumped, Batgirl taking Captain Cold to the nearest building, and everyone got out of the way. Naruto roared as he rose into the air and then turned the Rasengan down to the ground and dropped fast. Gigantic Rasengan. The golem was thus destroyed, a huge ice mist covering the place before dissipating, and everyone looked around, gathering in the crater Naruto made, him standing in the middle. Naruto ran up and grabbed Freeze. Freeze was hyperventilating, scared shitless. Naruto growled. What did you do to Catwoman? Or should I do the same thing to you next? Freeze gulped, shaking his head. We put her in a cryogenic chamber, safe and alive. Star Labs, we put her there. Your friends are there too. Please, I beg you, I won't ever go against your word again. Naruto glared at Freeze, and judged him, before throwing him to the ground and walking to Star Labs. Good choice, Freeze. You kids can warm things up from here, I got a bone to pick with my old friends. Robin turned to everyone, seeing the ice villains that weren't hit turn themselves into them. He hummed and thought. Cyborg came up to him. Yo, Rob, what's up man? Gonna follow him? Robin looked down. He's too strong for us. Seems like he hasn't lost any strength ever since he started, but we're all tired and weak. Static is out of juice, Calder is out of water. What are we supposed to do? Starfire came up to him, smiling as she put a hand on his shoulder. We can handle this clean up. You go and make sure he does not kill anyone. Superboy came up too. I'll go with you. Can't let you try all that alone. Come on, let's at least grab the cat and be done with this. Robin looked to the rest of the team. He smiled. Everyone stays here. Cyborg, Superboy, you're with me. Batgirl, get Freeze ready for transport. No doubt the big bat will be down here to collect when you tell him you're through here. With that, Robin, Cyborg and Superboy ran off in chase of Naruto. Batgirl was going to see about Freeze, when Static came up behind her, looking serious. Got a minute? She turned and smiled a little. Sure. What you need? He gestured away for privacy and she nodded, following him a bit. Static turned to her when she and him got out of the way. Listen. Robin is secretive. That is generally how shit goes with the Gotham wings, secrets, stealth, and being unseen. But there's something you should know here. Remember when he left? How he went to be on his own. Batgirl frowned, remembering the day well. Dick had punched Bruce in the face and left the cave after they had talked it out about their secrets. It was their MO to keep secrets. He was angry that he didn't know hers. Though, she was understanding maybe she made a mistake. She sighed, shifting about. Yeah, he was mad that I kept my secrets from him. He never told me his, so I didn't think it would matter. Static nodded, but looked serious. Well, how he tells it. You knew his because Batman told you his own. You knew who Batman was, thus you figured who Robin was. You on the other hand had no ties with Batman personally. How was he supposed to figure out that part as easily as you did? Batgirl hummed in thought before sighing sadly. You got a point, my father doesn't even know about my cowl. Static smiled a bit to her. Listen, he ain't mad that you kept it a secret. He was mad at the big guy, keeping you back and almost killing you with never letting you get experience. He left because the big guy was too brutal and too dark. Robin left to be on his own, because he hated Batman's attitude. Ken, deny Batman's skills, but you can say he takes it out the wrong way. He understands you want to help, but he doesn't understand why Batman is so dark about it. Batgirl looked to Static in confusion. How do you know this? Did you see him when he left because he was angry? Static sighed at that. No. When he left, he was going through Dakota, and we met up. He told me what happened when I was helping him find a good direction for him to take to be his own man. He still cares for you, but he's not very good on words for what he is thinking. Static smiled as she looked down. He was thinking of just stop being a hero altogether if Batman kept the ideas on him, but he wants to help people and keep fighting for the good of mankind the way he thinks it should be done. So, he is here with the Titans now, so I guess he still thinks that way. Batgirl smiled sadly. I see. Guess I never really understood what he was going through because I was too busy thinking I was doing well under Batman. I hope he keeps doing well on his own. With that, the two started getting the villains ready for the police. Naruto flew up the Stars building and landed on the edge as he glared in front of him, and in front of him was an ambush. Or was it? Sasuke had two Chidoris aimed for his head, Sakura a glowing fist ready to uppercut his balls, and Kakashi coming from up high with a Raikiri of his own, and Lee had teleported behind him using 5 of the 8 gates, and Ino was ready to mind rape him. He saw though she wouldn't, knowing full well what she would get if she tried. He turned left and walked up a step, and everyone slammed into each other instead, blasting them all around as he turned back. He walked up a step and growled. That the best you got, you fucking losers? Please, I seen better from Madara. Now. Where is she? Sasuke got up, Sharingan flaring. You don't give the demands here. I may be forced to keep you alive, but that doesn't mean I can't bring you down. Amaterasu. Naruto was hit by black flames, and Sasuke grinned wildly. Naruto, however, was not affected. The Kyuubi cloak absorbed the flame's power and Naruto popped his neck by simply turning it to the side. Thanks for the therapeutic heat treatment. I was feeling stiff, probably after fighting all this ice. I hate ice. Oh well. Time for you to feel the burn. Naruto's eye lens uncovered again, and suddenly Sasuke's eye was burst into black flames, and he fell to the ground screaming. Sakura roared at him. Don't hurt Sasuke Kun. He's better than you in every way, you should bow to him and beg for forgiveness. Naruto grabbed her throat and forced his head into hers before staring into her eyes. Bitch. Let me show you whom should be begging whom for forgiveness. And with that, she gasped, looking into his Sharingan eye, bad idea. Sakura was suddenly in a red world with a black moon. Sakura huffed. Coward, using genjutsu against me. You can never truly beat me, you always lost when we fought. This won't do anything to me. Naruto chuckled as he shone up in front of her, and suddenly she was put up on a cross. You want to know why you punched me and I would be on the ground? Because I didn't want to fight you, I loved you. I can't fathom why I even felt that way about a banshee whore who would do anything for the dick of a traitorous, homosexual, brother-obsessed, asshole. Naruto slammed a fist into her chest, making her fly back 100 yards before she was on yet another cross. He walked up to her. Sakura grunted, looking at him with anger. You are just weak. And you could never pleasure me like Sasuke does. Naruto slammed yet another raging fist into her chest, making her fly back 1,000 yards before she stopped and was surrounded by Naruto's. He scoffed. You think that, huh? Let me tell you something, queen of all there is to know. You never gave me a chance to even get a hard-on. Every time I had morning wood, you would smash me through my bed, through the floor, and down 2 stories in my apartment, every damn morning. Ever hear of morning wood before? It's a natural male occurrence when we need to piss in the morning. He kicked her in the stomach, the other slamming a fist to the chest, a knee to the face, a jab to the groin, just punishing her before stepping back. He growled louder. I would be walking down the hall, say, "Hey beautiful." And you would do what? Kick me down the hallway and through the wall for suggesting we fuck. How in the world does saying beautiful mean let's fuck? She was suddenly crushed under 10 massive raisingans before lifted and thrown into the air. Naruto was above her. For every punch, every ounce of strength you used against me for the time you were with me, every single touch that suggested you want to kill me, I will deal to you tenfold before I stop using this genjutsu. And you will feel this for years to come. Naruto fired off a tailed beast bomb, killing Sakura in a burst of blood, gore, and flesh. Soon though, she reanimated and gasped back to life, being put on a cross again. She looked scared now. Around her, memories, his memories of her, the memories of what he did to Konoha, she was watching it all unfold. Naruto chuckled darkly. Suck it up, bitch. It's only been 10 minutes, and we are gonna be here for a good 10 days. Say your prayers and remember the fucking torture I give you today. Die a million times and feel my wrath. Feel free to be relieved that Sasuke will get his share. 5 days passed within the Tsukiyomi Naruto created. Sakura was pale, glazed eyes, as Naruto ripped her heart from her chest, crushing it with a Rasengan before reviving and healing her completely, making her gasp back to life. Sakura finally remembered everything. It seemed she suppressed all her emotions for Naruto and memories, and it was because Sasuke hypnotized her, mainly. But she was also defensive with her emotions because she didn't want to be hurt, after all the hurt Sasuke gave her early on. She gasped, rasping as Naruto twisted a fiery Amaterasu sword into her stomach, twisting and turning it around inside her as he went deeper with it. Try not to pass out, bitch. We're only halfway through this, we got a long way to go. Suddenly he slashed the sword up and cut her in half, and then shoved a Chidori into her head slowly but harshly before she died. He once more revived her, and she gasped harder, rasping loudly. No. More. Please. I can't. Sorry. No more. I beg, you. Naruto stopped, then growled loudly. You think I want your apology? You think begging me will make this stop? Forget that shit. I still have 5 days of torturing your ass before I am done paying you back every single strike you gave me. Then I can start giving it 10 more times before I finally kill you. Sakura kept begging, kept apologizing, but it fell on deaf ears as Naruto continued torturing her mind and body and spirit. She experienced so much pain and death that she felt nothing would ever save her from this torment, even if he ended the genjutsu. And just as the last 10 seconds were about to end the genjutsu, Naruto pulled her down from the cross and put her on her knees. He rose his sword, raging with all 5 elements and a Rasengan drill around it. She looked up, as tough as it was to do so in her condition, and watched as it came down, and felt everything, her body convulsing with shocks, killing her and shutting her heart down, fire burning her from the inside out, killing her with the disintegration of her body, water drowning her horribly and blowing her lungs and stomach up in steam, wind slicing her body into many pieces all over the place, and lastly the earth grinding her body to dust, feeling everything as the Rasengan drill turned what ashes her body was into atoms and flying into the air, feeling everything as it killed her totally, and then the genjutsu ended. Sakura fell lifeless to the ground, but still alive, as Naruto caught Lee's attack and broke his arm, throwing him over his shoulder and into the floor and stomping on his stomach, then ground a Rasengan into the side of his face before jumping up. He jumped for 2 reasons. One was Niji coming up to render his chakra useless for a few seconds, and the second to pull off his tailed beast bomb, blowing the side of the roof off and making Lee fly into Kakashi, who caught him, and Niji through the building, painfully trying to get back up. Naruto looked to what was left, turning off the Amaterasu on Sasuke, and seeing his mission a success on that part. Sasuke now no longer had a Sharingan eye in that socket. He only had a single eye now, and he was gasping, horrified. Naruto saw Ino, scared shitless, and Temari was trying to figure what to do next, whilst Kakashi was gone. Sorry, but not this time, you fucking asshole. You never taught me anything useful, but I learned from you nonetheless. Kakashi rammed a Raikiri into Naruto's stomach from behind. Sorry, Naruto. But I had to. You needed to be stopped, and we need you alive. Forgive me. Not a fucking chance. Oh, and one thing here. Boom. Kakashi was suddenly blasted into the air at high force as the Naruto he struck just exploded with massive force. He was then caught by the real Naruto and thrown into the floor of the roof, and a Chidori rammed into his lung from behind. I got a good life now, but you wanna fuck with me? Fine, but just remember, I killed Madara. You have no chance. Naruto threw Kakashi to Temari and started stepping forward. That was when Robin and Superboy jumped in front of him, Cyborg flanking his back. Robin frowned. I thought you told me you wouldn't kill them. You told me you were not evil. Well, what do you call this? Naruto growled, punching Robin in the face and throwing Superboy to the ground. He stomped on Superboy's chest and put a kunai to Robin's throat. You two sit your $5 asses down before I make change. They will live, I give you my word, but like hell they won't get a few strikes for their bullshit. They were the ones to sick the damn ice guys on us. So, stay right there, or I will raise this building to the ground so fast you will blink and miss it. He stood back up and stepped forward to Temari and Ino, and then Niji came back up and through the floor, using his rotation to blast Naruto off. Naruto used his hand to caught the rotation, waiting for Niji to stop. Niji looked horrified as Naruto caught him with his 9 tails, and then stabbed his sword into Niji's side and cutting outward, giving a gash into Niji before throwing him through the floor again. He stepped further up to the last remaining fighters, and grabbed them both by the collars. They were so scared they couldn't move. Naruto ground a Rasengan into the sides of their faces, making their faces collide together in the middle and then fall unconscious, Naruto stepping on them as he walked forward. He had only one more threat left, and would see her. Naruto went inside and saw Hinata with Catwoman. Hinata pressed her hand to the glass. Hold it, Naruto-kun. Or I will shatter her. Naruto stopped. He assessed the situation. She had her back turned to him, meaning no Tsukiyomi treatment. She could sense chakra flare-ups, so any jutsu was out of the question, and he was far enough away for her to notice any move against her, and she knew him very well, and had his kunai placed beside him on the ground before he arrived. Hinata sighed sadly. I only wish to talk. Hear me out and you can have her. I will not fight you. I will not kill her without reason. All I want is for you to listen. Will you allow me this? Naruto hummed in thought. Hinata was always nice to him. Hinata never fooled around. She even hated Sakura enough to nearly paralyze Sakura for life after all the bullshit Sakura did to him. All in all, Hinata deserved no torture, and was only following orders, so he couldn't hold it against her. He nodded, knowing she would see him do so. Hinata sighed heavily. I know what they all did to you. I know how I was before. I was weak, I had no backbone. I couldn't save you when you needed me, and for that I know I should rot in the deepest parts of hell. I accept my fate to go there when I die. But I cannot let anyone harm you anymore. I knew you would defeat them all without taking a single hit, so I stayed put right here. Besides, they needed to be tortured like they had been by you just now. Naruto nodded again. He had to admit, she had grown a big pair, able to admit this, able to talk to him and still concentrate on him to keep him at bay if need be. She was smart, beautiful, and now she was brave and calculating to boot. Too bad what she didn't do in the past was the reason he never wanted to be with her at all, not even now. Hinata turned her head, allowing her eyes and look to be seen by him, but keeping to having no eye-to-eye contact. She smiled sadly. I wish you happiness in this world, Naruto. But I will not disappear. I will find a way to be with you somehow, to make amends. No matter what I need to do. I love you, and always will. This is where I cut my ties with Konoha, and the rest you faced here. Goodbye. With that, she took her hand away and walked off, and vanished in the darkness. Naruto looked the way she went for a minute before turning to Catwoman. See you when you come for me again then, Hinata. He went and started unfreezing Catwoman. She came out of the pod and started to wake up in Naruto's arms, and groaned. What happened? Naruto stood her up and reverted to his normal self. Freeze kidnapped you and froze you and the city. The Titans and me saved the city and you. Now go on. Get going before someone tried to arrest you. Not so fast. Robin dropped in and brought out cuffs. Sorry, you're going back to Gotham, Catwoman. Catwoman smiled a bit. Sorry, but I will go there my own way. Sorry, Boy Wonder. She blew him a small kiss before kissing Naruto, although her lips kissed a mask, it was felt through by Naruto. He rubbed his mask a little as Catwoman ran out the window and whipped herself around the next building and vanished. He turned to Robin. Sorry. Ain't getting me either. Sorry. See ya though. Naruto then vanished in a yellow light and Robin growled. Robin went back up and looked to Cyborg as Superboy tied up the Konoha ninja. Did you record him? Cyborg nodded, tapping his head. All in here. What's the plan for him now? Robin started walking past. Easy. We get ready. I will have to find that one guy again to train me more. Cyborg nodded, and all three left, Superboy carrying the Konoha ninja. After they were taken by the police, though, the Konoha ninja broke free and vanished back into hiding once more. Chapter 15, Jump recovers, what's next? Underground, in a dark industrial cavern full of gears and grinds, in a slightly spacious room lay the Konoha team. Ino groaned as she awoke. Rubbing her head. I heard of bashing heads together, but that's for ideas, and that idea was bullshit to begin with. Wait, where are we? She looked around, seeing she was in a padded room, and saw Sasuke and Kakashi were medically treated, and they, with everyone else, were resting around her. Are we in a crazy home? They think we are insane? Not quite. Ino gasped and looked behind her to the class door. As it was a girl, young woman actually, and she was wearing a weird costume. The woman was wearing a head wrap wrapping around the top of her head and covering her eyes, nose, and around her ears, even with one side black and the other orange, flowing long white hair behind her, two double-edged swords on her back as she wore a scaled bodysuit and black Kevlar jacket that goes down her front and waist and down the front of her legs as well as back and back of her legs to orange loose cloth leg warmers and boots and orange padded gloves. The woman smirked menacingly. Sorry if the accommodations are a bit bland. When everyone is awake, press the button near the door and I will return. I have something to discuss. Oh, and before you ask, 'cause I can see how curious you are. Just call me Ravager. Ino looked as Ravager walked away, and wondered who this girl could even be. Whoever she is, she saved us from certain disaster. Who knows what kind of things the government would do to people who never existed in any shape or form till a year ago. Hopefully she's not a villain here. Oh, if she only knew. With Naruto. Damn ice, damn night, damn fucking tight as hell hot suit making me itch all over for no reason, damn resistance. Yeah, good idea Naruto, just free the cat who brings the psychopathic Sub-Zero loving fucker to jump with his friends and make this a fucking nightmare. I am just glad that Robin and his friends didn't try for my head afterwards. I doubt I could take any more fighting without falling on my face right now. He looked behind him as his clones were carrying Catwoman's pod back to HUH base. He also saw his tails still going behind him. Maybe it's best to turn back to normal. I don't need the cloak anymore. He let the red aura down and reverted back to himself, but soon after that his leg that he picked up to move forward with stopped and he fell flat on his face. He grumbled. Great, my suit's all fucked up and only the adrenaline and boost from the cloak was keeping me moving. Fucking hell. Oh, there's the base, 5 feet from my face, great. He saw his clones pass him by, but the N1 grabbed his arm and dragged him behind into the base. Sure, not very cool, and would be embarrassing, but he didn't feel like moving. Hell, if anyone wanted to make a crack about this, he'll just show them how much energy he still has left. His clones dragged him into the living room and dropped him before going off to drop Catwoman into the medical bay. He grumbled as he thought of a way to get his team up here. No doubt the fissures of his attacks caused them to take shelter, just in case. They never knew his true strength before, so of course they wouldn't take any chances. He sighed, going with voice command. Computer, inter-room communications. He heard the beep shortly and began. Guys, I'm home, city is safe, and you are too, as long as you don't even snicker when you get here. Gizmo, I need you to go to medical and get Catwoman awake, and no Freeze isn't here, in fact he is caught by the Titans. Now, the rest of you can come in here and pick me up. Cheshire, Hive, I need your help taking this suit off me. I can't move. That brought everyone out. Jinx was first to him though. What happened out there? The base was shaking like nuts. Did you go overboard again? Naruto grumbled. Is a skyscraper-sized, hard as diamond, walking ice monster requirement enough for me to go overboard? I went 9 tails in order to battle that thing and battle a city full of ice monsters all around me to get to my former friends. Whom I made sure paid a good deal. Though one got away. Not that I mind. She never actually hurt me, but still. She did trap me though. Held Catwoman hostage against me in a way I can fairly say she knows me well enough to stall me. So, anyone gonna help me with this suit? I can't move. Private Hive picked him up. Yes sir. Jinx, Cheshire, come with me. Shago went with Gizmo to help with the pod, and Kid teleported out to see what's up, sir, so I hope you don't mind. Naruto sighed. I do not. Still, I would rather have this suit of in a few seconds, not a few minutes. Jinx knocked on his helmet. Well, you just gotta deal with it for now. And you ain't going to get your suit off till you promise to explain to me what happened out there. Naruto grumbled. Trust me, I need Gizmo's research into everything I have seen tonight. Trust me when I say, what happened tonight is just the beginning, and we will need to be prepared for the worst. First, get Catwoman off ice, and me out of this fucking suit. They took him to his room and Cheshire whipped out her sai, and stabbed into the power core of the belt and ripped it off him, and so did the coating of the suit. What happened to this thing? Looks like it melted. Naruto groaned as he looked at himself a bit. Wouldn't be surprised. The suit was designed for, at the least, 2, maybe 3, tails of the Kyuubi's chakra flowing through it. I pumped all 9, so I wouldn't be surprised if this suit is one big smelt block of steel by now. Private Hive and Jinx tried to rip the gloves off him, and managed to do so, whilst also taking his normal gloves, which were ruined now, off as well. The boots came off easily enough. Naruto had easy on boots underneath, and that had been a good thing. Cheshire grabbed the back of the helmet and started turning the gears to combination before it opened up enough for her to slide from his head. Naruto sighed, his head sweating and his hair matted somewhat down, but somehow defying gravity and all reason by staying slightly up and all spiky. Naruto groaned as he undid the suit's controls and slid from it, huffing as his skin was slightly red. Jinx looked at the suit's internals and whistled. It was an ice age out there, right? How the hell did you overheat the damn thing and melt your undersuit? Naruto chuckled lightly. Never underestimate the powers of the monster inside me. Trust me, it was hell to bring off all that crap. Gizmo will need to give me a rundown or something on that suit, it's totally done in. I will need a new one. Cheshire looked a little puzzled. What happened out there? Naruto narrowed his eyes. We got troubles ahead. They got new titans. That got everyone a bit surprised. With the titans. Static had just overcharged the city's power, using half of Cyborg's battery to do so, and managed to melt most of the ice in the city, and that was helpfully, and now the police could take over the rest of the way. The team went back to the tower to rest and relax, Batgirl bringing Freeze for when Batman arrived to bring her and Freeze back to Gotham, and she radioed in about it. Calder went to Robin. Robin, it was a very nice experience to join in battle alongside your team with you as leader. If you ever need me again, you know how to send for me. I must return to Atlantis, seeing as I am part of its royal guard now. Calder went to the doors and turned to everyone. I must be off. Raven, Starfire, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Static, Kid, Donna, and Batgirl. It's been a pleasure. Farewell. With that he left the tower and went to return to Atlantis. Superboy went to Wally. Good to see you again, KF. Will you be staying? Robin went up to them. Connor, Wally, Donna. I have a proposition for you. How would you like to join the team? To join the Titans? KF looked to Robin and then grinned. You want us to join your team, huh? I think that's fine by me. One question, what is the Titans about, man? Just young heroes here to fight and jump? Cyborg came up. It's more of training ourselves, since we can't find people to do so in the big leagues. I guess you can call us the ones who create the heroes who will someday be greater than those of the Justice League. Robin smiled. That's right. The Titans were formed for a few reasons. One is to help heroes like us who are just sidekicks, or heroes who aren't up to snuff to be a better part of a team and better heroes to fight injustice. Donna smiled as she came up. I'm in then. As long as this team is for being better heroes and helping the world, I wouldn't have it any other way. Superboy shrugged. I was already going to ask. I have nowhere else, and you called for help. I might as well help be part of this team. KF stepped up. We're all in then. Guess Rob here will be the one to lead us through the thick of it. I think things will slow down for a few days, don't you think? After all this, I think the police can handle the small stuff. Starfire giggled as she flew around them before picking Donna up. It is most wonderful to have another female companion to do the shopping and the painting of nails with. Donna was holding her breath from the sudden super strength hug. Raven poked Starfire's shoulder. She needs air. You need to hold back when embracing people still. She turned to Superboy. If you need any help with your aura, I think I can help you. Superboy smiled, nodding. I think I would like that very much. So, Static, you okay, man? You seem tired. Static was raiding the fridge. Yeah, I'm out of juice, man. Either I take the energy from the tower, or I get some calories, man. And I am also very hungry, so I might as well eat as my best option. Oh, and KF, I think the police have it handled for a day or two. Batgirl smiled and saw Beast Boy and Cyborg start their games up. She looked and seen it was a very different atmosphere from Gotham, or even the Batcave's own social style. It was free, it was friendly, it held no secrets. It joined people that would fight for their beliefs and for the people who cannot fight for themselves, and also fight to bring criminals to justice, but stay relaxed. She came up to Robin. Dick, a word? Robin turned to her in confusion but nodded, telling the guys he would be right back, and the two of them went to the hallway. So, what's on your mind, Barb? Something wrong? Batgirl frowned, looking down. Yes. I know this may not be the right place or time, and you may reject it flat out. but I would like to say I am sorry. I failed you, and I should have never kept secrets from you. But I also should have defended you, even from him. I turned a blind eye, and I should have known better. Robin looked at her with slight surprise. He smiled sadly. I have, for lack of a better term, broken all ties from Batman that I know I have. He trained me, he helped me grow, he allowed me to bring justice to my family. I empathize with him, I really do, but how he did things. That's not me, and I never could be him. He would either keep me back or expect me to do better than him, but I can't if I am unable to have the chance. I don't blame you, at all. I blame him. Batgirl smiled a little at that, mostly in relief. I guess I should have guessed that. Still, I wanted you to know I am sorry for not backing you up. I am sorry if you felt I betrayed you, but I never meant to. Robin nodded, sighing. I understand, but no, I never blamed you for the betrayal I felt from you, but I blame him for almost forcing you to do so. It was mostly him, and I will have to cut all ties by the time I finally feel free of his manipulation of my life. Batgirl nodded. There's only one left now. Your mask. And that is the second reason I came here for. The two looked as Batman came from the shadows of the hallway. Robin scowled. Come on in. Don't mind the surprising us, I wasn't. Robin walked back into the main room. Everyone, Batman is here. If you want to go at him, now's your time. Everyone turned to see Batman come in. Batman narrowed his vision at the group in the room. So, you built a ragtag team of heroes? Feeling insecure? Can't do all you can to stop criminals by yourself? Starfire looked at Batman with horror. His attitude was horrendous to Robin. Robin can do much on his own, but he knows that we as a team can do much more to help than him alone. Batman narrowed his eyes at her. That's his choice then. But because he won't protect Gotham with me, then he will have to give up the name of Robin. That is also his choice. Either protect Gotham alongside me, or remove the name of Robin and go his own path. Batgirl turned to Batman in shock. She never expected Dick to have to remove the mantle of Robin, since he himself created the mantle, via his nickname when he was with the circus and his parents before they died. Robin stopped in his tracks. He narrowed his eyes and remembered something Naruto told him. To leave the shadow of the bat, you would have to leave the shadow of the name you were given. He huffed, turning. If you came here for my mask and cape, you can take them. I'll have to find a name for myself somehow without it. Dick came up to Batman. But not here. I'll go pack the mantle of Robin and hand it over after I am done here. Barb, you and Batman wait outside for me. Batgirl shook herself. She stepped up to Robin. You sure? If you remove the mantle, what will you do? Dick closed his eyes, turning. I'll figure it out as I go, I guess. Just go, I'll meet you outside. Batman turned and started leaving. Batgirl, get freeze, let's get ready to leave. A lot of the Titans were pissed about this development, and started to charge Batman, but Robin screamed. Stand down. Don't you dare charge him. That got them to look at him with surprise. Robin sighed. I would have had to remove the mantle anyway. Just let it be. Come here everyone, I have an announcement to make. He turned to Donna. Donna, you are a good leader. While I am bound to find a name for myself, I expect you to do well and lead this team to greatness. Defend jump. Please. Everyone, Donna is a great hero, and she will keep everyone here safe. Listen to her well. Cyborg, the recordings from today, put them in the files I made in the computer. You'll need to keep informed when I am gone. He turned to leave. Raven, keep an eye on everything. After what you told me, we'll need all the help we can get. Beast Boy, make sure to keep my high scores up. Static, my friend, I will see you again soon. Starfire, sorry, I have to go. I will return, so do not cry over me too much. KF, Connor, make sure everyone knows the ropes we learned way back. They will need the moves. Everyone, I lay the title of leader of the Titans to Donna, Wonder Girl, and from now till I get back, please. Do your best. He went to go get changed to his civvies and load the Robin gear he still had so he could return it to Bruce. He would be gone for a good while. As he was packing the gear for Robin, Starfire came into the room behind him. Robin, I do not understand. Why must you leave? Robin sighed as he looked at his oldest uniform, the first one he ever wore as Robin when he went to bring justice to those who killed his parents. Because, he was right. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have thought of becoming Robin. Now that I left him to go solo, like he wants to go solo in the first place, I might as well give the name he gave me back to him. I'm not Robin the second I remove my mask. Starfire looked at Dick as he turned to her. From now on, I will be the man behind the mask, until I can find a name and path for myself. Sorry Star, but it has to be like this. Starfire came up and hugged him tightly. I hope you have a safe journey. Return to us when you find your way? Dick smiled sadly as he held her back, seeing she was controlling her strength. I will, when I find my way. You can count on that. He turned and put his last uniform away, all but one. He turned a bit to Starfire who was leaving and reached up. Starfire, I want to give you something. She turned and suddenly caught the flying material, which consisted of first a mask and then the cape. She looked at Dick standing there showing her his face without the mask. He smiled. My real name. Though you may forget it, I will tell you what it is. It's Dick Grayson. Starfire floated up to him and looked deeply into his blue eyes. She was in wonder at their color. He closed his eyes and turned. I got to go Star. But I will return. The mask and cape I gave you are the ones I made for myself when I came here, and we created the Titans. Keep everyone safe, and we will be a team again someday soon. Starfire wrapped her arms around him from behind. Dick, I understand how hard it was to trust me with this. I won't let you down. I promise, on my true name Coriandar, to keep the city, and our team, safe. Dick smiled, grabbing her arm around his neck and nodding. She let go and he heard her fly off. He sighed. Coriandar? Ishem, maybe I should give her an earthlier name. Would be easier to pronounce too. Well, I will try when I get back. With that, he undressed and packed the last suit, and dressing in black jacket and red shirt, putting on sun-high shades with his blue jeans. He did have a second suitcase, packed with civilian clothes he had with him, and he did pack some other stuff in it. Such as a single extendable staff, a robin belt, and then there was his special belt, filled with the blue dicks and a single blue-handled kunai he all had Raven make for him. He left with them both. He walked out to tower to see everyone there, and smiled. Thanks for seeing me off, guys. Remember why we fight, and you'll be fine without me for a while. Dick started to Batman and Batgirl. Batgirl was shaking with frustration but was aimed at Batman, and he knew she was mad at him for this. He went to Batman and lifted up the case with the Robin gear. Here. Batman took the case and started to the Batboat. Dick turned to Batgirl, and she rushed him, grabbing onto him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to stop being the hero you wanted to be just because of his ego. If anyone can shed the shadow of the bat, I know you can do it. Do your best. I wish you luck. He put his arm around her and rubbed her back. Barb. I will do my best. And no matter what he tells you, you are stronger than you think. Keep an eye on him. For me? He may be a jerk, but he's still important to us. If anyone can help take care of his health, it is you. Batgirl nodded in his chest before turning and running off to the Batboat. Dick knew she was too proud to show tears, even to him. He watched as they left. He started to the bird speedster in the water, but suddenly Starfire came in front of him. "Let me fly you. I'll drop you anywhere you want to go." Dick looked a little surprised, seeing she put on the cape he gave her. She didn't put on the mask, but then again, she didn't need to. The cape was titanium alloy fibers to protect from gunfire, it was for protection. He smiled. "Thanks, Star. Just near Piano Pizza should do. I'll get a bite and then get going. I'll stay and jump a few weeks, that one guy is still training me. I need to be stronger for when I return." She smiled and put a hand out. He grabbed it and let her pick him up and flew him into town. She looked down to see Robin was enjoying the flight. She looked down to him. "Donna won't be able to replace you as leader. You know that, right?" Dick smirked a bit. "You'd be surprised. Donna is a master tactician and great leader material. Give her a few days, you'll see she could be just as good a leader. Maybe even better." Starfire nodded, smiling sadly. "She may be a good leader, just like you, but there is only one you, and you know this team inside and out. You are the better leader for this team, no matter how great a leader of this team may be in your place." Dick looked up to Starfire, seeing her smiling. He smiled back, nodding. "Thanks, Starfire. Still, she will lead the team well. I see you're wearing the cape. Is it to protect you? You are invulnerable, you know." Starfire put her free hand on the cape, looking for Piano Pizza as they arrived into the city. "I wear it to remind me of you while you are gone. I will still wear it, so I can grow to be the hero I want to be as well." They arrived at the restaurant and she set him down on the sidewalk and looked to him. Dick turned to her. "You'll be a great hero. See you as soon as I find my true path as a hero. Bye, Starfire." She hugged him yet once more before letting him down, smiling sadly. She nodded. "You'll reach us if you need us, right?" Dick grabbed his Titan's communicator from his jacket and lifted it up to her. "I will. I wouldn't dare go anywhere alone without it." He turned and started down the street, and Starfire held herself with the cape as he disappeared from view. She soon flew back up and returned to the team, fire in her eyes. "With Naruto." "What?" Jinx screamed. "You have got to be shitting me," was her response as he told her the new Titans he's seen. Cheshire hummed at that in thought. Calder-HM, otherwise known as the first Aqualad. Superboy, or rather Superman's clone. Kid Flash, the sidekick of the Flash, and an Amazonian, I think. Did she have black hair, big assets, and a swimsuit-esque suit? Naruto only told the names he knew or the looks as best determined by the marks they had on them. The S shield, the golden W, and the lightning mark in a white circle to name the few. He sighed. Yes, to the black hair, but no to the big assets. She was well figured, and she had a red bodysuit pretty much. Pants and shirt. Jinx sighed at that. Wonder Girl then. Damn, and I thought we'd be luckier now with our growing team, why did they have to as well? URG. Naruto stood on his feet. Don't worry just yet. We have our own work to do. When I am through training everyone on Pandora, you'll be able to go toe-to-toe with them easily. Although, we could use a little more power on our side. Cheshire looked to Naruto with confusion. Why need more than you offer? You can easily beat them, hell you beat Batman. Not a feat most people can accomplish, by the way. Naruto chuckled. True, but that was only because my skills as a fighter and my overall endurance and power is equal, if not already better, than Batman's, and my suit was way more advanced. Still, with the new Titans, and they knowing my true strength, their power will be growing rapidly. We will have to compensate. So, which would you prefer? Hellish training the likes of which will make you wish you were in hell. Or getting a stronger teammate that can help us hold our own and I give you all the training I planned beforehand, and not as bad as Choice One's training. Jinx turned to Cheshire and Hive. Wanna recruit the next villain who likes a little downtime as a thief? We better make sure it's a good team player. Mammoth grunted as he came in. Sorry, Gizmo needed my help with the electronics. We could bring in my sister, Shimmer. Though I must warn you, she can be very, well, sadistic. She enjoys causing people immense pain. Naruto hummed and thought about that. Call her up. We'll try her out, and if she is too evil for us. Hey, she is at least welcome to visit, right? Right? Mammoth smiled. Thanks, Naruto. Gizmo's about to unfreeze Catwoman, let's go see how it goes. With that, he left and Naruto followed, leading the others with him as they went to see Gizmo. Sure enough, the second they came in was the second Catwoman was unfrozen. She slowly woke up and rubbed her head, stretching very cat-like as she stepped from the pod. What happened? And why is it so cold? Brrr. Naruto shrugged. Well, Freeze froze you and used you as hostage bait for the Titans to freeze the entire city. Thanks for bringing him, I mean really you brought him here, why? Catwoman put her tongue out playfully. I thought it would make things a little more fun. Sorry, I didn't realize he would betray me like that. Everyone okay now then? It must be if I am here and you are relaxed. Naruto nodded. Yeah, beat his and his friends' butts, kicked my former friends' asses to hell, and brought you back. Left the Titans with clean up. Though you are welcome here anytime, please, as a new rule, do not bring any of those damn rouges. Ever. Catwoman giggled lightly before purring, sliding her fingers across his cheeks. Whatever you say, handsome. I was already going to never bring another here. Seeing as I am here with you guys, it must mean you saved me instead of the Titans, right? Naruto shivered a bit from her cold fingers, but no doubt she would mistake that, and smiled. Hey, we are thick as thieves here, we're all friends. So of course, I saved you. Catwoman giggled and stepped back. Well, it was fun, but I should be going. I'll visit again sometime, but no guarantees for times I will drop in. See you later. Since she was still in costume and had all her toys still, she was ready to leave anyway. She ran off and left the base. Shago sighed. Well. City saved, crisis diverted, the cat is gone, and the Titans should be pretty tired after all that with Naruto here. Hell of a day, huh? Jinx nodded and grabbed Naruto's arm. Yep. Everyone relax and have fun around the base. Naruto, if you will, I want to have a major talk to you. Naruto was being pulled gently by her and groaned. Can I rest first? I need sleep. As he left the room, everyone grinned. Gizmo voiced their thoughts. Jinx wants some fox. With the Konoha flunkies. So, we are where again? Kakashi groaned as he sat up against the wall, holding his wound that Sakura was now healing. Ino sighed heavily. We're somewhere with a young woman, I am unsure. The look of the place out the locked door here, we seem to be either in a factory or underground facility. The girl saved us from a lot of interrogation and torture by this world's governments and a lot of grief by the police. Temari hummed in thought. So, who is this girl? What does she want? She was recovering from her head injury, thanks to Naruto bashing her head into Ino's. Ino shrugged. She called herself Ravager. Whatever that means. She's got 2 swords on her back, probably military or a fighter of some kind. We'll have to ask her about Hinata, because she isn't here. Niji grunted as he stood up. 'Cause she ran off on us. She doesn't want to fight Naruto, at all. She wants to make him happy, try to win his heart to help him find himself again. That last part won't work, but she'll still try. She's gone AWOL on us, and it would be wise to just let her be. Kakashi huffed. Fine. Naruto's way too strong for us anyway, and Hinata was retired anyway, she only came with us because she knew Naruto best.
She's free to do what she wants. Sakura looked down.
I can't believe how pissed off Naruto was.
How the hell did we even survive? Ino scoffed. Well, look who fucking remembers his strength now.
I was breaking down during the whole thing, little Miss Sasuke is best.
Sasuke's right eye is gone, he's unable to half of what he could before.
Kakashi waved her off.
Let's not fight amongst ourselves.
We wait until Ravager gets here to tell us what she wants, and then we try to break out and get ready for our next attempt to bring Naruto in.
You help me bring down my enemies, I will be glad to help you bring in your friend.
They turned to see Ravager grinning.
Sorry, couldn't help but overhear.
Anyway, I don't mind helping you take down KitsuneX, but I ask one thing in return.
You complete this task for me.
I'll bring your friend down and you can take him back to wherever you came from.
That's the deal, you in or out?
Kakashi narrowed his eye at her.
And what, pray tell, is your task for us? Ravager grinned evilly now. To wipe the Titans from this earth.
Kill them all, every single one, and you will have that friend of yours in chains. That made everyone realize what kind of person they just got captured by.
A villain of evil. Ino's sweat dropped, no doubt.
Naruto will probably kill us next time.
But should we die now because of a villain? Or because Naruto wants to rip us a new one?
Choosing how to die was not how I pictured my future.
That's it for this reading.
Hit like and subscribe for a free ticket pass going to the different worlds of anime fanfiction.
Looking forward to having you on board again.